Hi, everyone. I'm super excited to be here today. We're going to talk about one of the most important thing in your body is building your immune system. We're going to look at ways to strengthen your immune system by using your own cellular system and how it actually naturally reproduces itself. Have you ever heard of a word called glutathione? Yes, glutathione. It is actually the most powerful antioxidant that man naturally reproduces itself inside your own cells. In fact, did you know that your own body creates about 40 billion new cells each and every day? Um, I'm really, really excited to be here because we're going to be discussing this with my dear friend Tammy Sellers. I've known Tammy for over 20 years. Um, in fact, when I met her, I was really, really sick with my heart in 2004. I was like a 90 years old woman. Not all women that are 90 is going to feel that way, but I felt pretty old. And I spent all day in bed, and I may have had 3, 4 hours window. Actually, you know, try to get a few things done, and then I was back to bed. I mean, I'll give you an example. I was younger then, and you know, let's go out. My girlfriends would entice me to go out. By the time I got pretty and showered, did my makeup and everything, that was the end of me. I had to go back to bed. And my good friend Solange introduced me to Tammy. That's when my life changed. I was introduced to a product that had glutathione that would support and actually, um, what's the word for it? Accelerate your your natural glutathione. So through your cells. So now, when I started on the product, I was incredibly changed because now all of a sudden I had energy. I was able to make it through the day. And I strongly believe that this is what got me to the point where I am today, where I'm able to actually was able to live a normal life. Um, and then in 2017, I got into an accident. I had lost sight of Tammy for almost 8 years. And just in March, Tammy came to my life again through Facebook. She reached out to me, and I'm like, oh my God, the person I need to talk to. I really wanted to get back on those products because as a result of my accident, I suffered 2 major concussions and other body injuries. And it was really, really hard for me to recover. And I was doing it very slowly. But when I got back onto my supplements, my max, all of a sudden, I'm able now to function a whole day. I can actually do a whole day at the computer, get my work done. I still have energy to cook and do dishes and then work some more before I go to bed. My friends they call me the animal because I get so much done, and they wonder where do I get the energy from to get all this done and still be happy. And well, one of the reasons is because I sleep well at night. Since I started back on the supplement, I can actually have a good straight 6 to 8 hours sleep. It was not like that before, especially when you suffer from injuries, concussion, you're in pain, you can't sleep through the night. It made a huge difference for me. Another important part of my body that's changed is the inflammation in my body. I mean, when you're hurt, your soft tissues, it's inflammation. That's what the pain is. It's in your organs. It's everywhere. In fact, my belly was swollen, and since I started back on my supplements, all of a sudden I don't have the bloating anymore. I don't have the swelling in my legs anymore, and I'm able to function through a whole day. So I'd like to introduce you to Tammy. She's here today. She's going to talk to us about how all this comes together and why we're here. And then we're going to follow that with Jasmine. But please, Tammy, say hi to us. Let us know more about yourself.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. Lucy and I had reconnected. It had been so long, and you're looking so fabulous, Lucy.
Thank
Really.
you.
Yeah, you look super, super young. We're all, can I say our ages? It's
Of
crazy.
course.
We're at that grandma stage in our lives, and most people look at us and they go, "No way!" And that is because our products are so phenomenal. Like Lucy explained to you, our body produces glutathione naturally in every single cell. Well, we have a product that helps to make that even more powerfully. And Jasmine's going to share that with you. My husband and I had learned about this company 20 years ago, or sorry, 14 years ago, and we were so impressed with what we saw with this product. We had heard of the word glutathione 20 years ago, and we were taking some whey protein stuff, and that wasn't really giving us a huge benefit. But when we heard about this company and we tried the product, we were blown away. It on such a short period of time that we actually started to see results. And so nobody knew about it. It was new coming into the marketplace, just starting in the US. And we thought we would grab the timing in this company simply because we knew the nature of the product and what it was doing for people. And my husband and I, we have over 20 years experience in the home-based network marketing profession. So we were able to bring this company into many influential global markets. And the reason I didn't connect with you, Lucy, is because I've been traveling for so many years, taking these products into these markets and training associates and developing leadership and all of that stuff. So I'm really happy that we got a chance to reconnect, because I realize now more than anything the importance on impacting people's lives. You know, when you hear people's stories, I didn't know in depth your story since you got back on it until now. And I'm so grateful that your name popped up and I had to connect with you. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also extremely grateful for that. I mean, again, my life has changed, where I can actually have better quality of life. Literally, that's what that's called. What I'm experiencing every day, waking up refreshed, ready to take on the world, and ready to share what I have to offer to support others who suffer from acute and chronic pain. This is just an extra extension to what I was already working on. So, thank you so much, Tammy, for reaching out. And I know that you do that with everyone. You actually are extremely supportive. Anytime I need something where there's confusion or anything, any type of support between you and Jasmine, I mean, how could I go wrong? So now I'd like to introduce you to Jasmine. Jasmine is, she's been in the dental industry, she's been working with teeth, I guess, for the last, well, we like to say 40 years, but I don't believe it. She would have had to be 2 when she started, if that's the truth. Tammy is a lot more oriented towards the medical terminology, and she's very comfortable discussing what the cellular system does and how it works. So she's going to introduce us to actual glutathione and how it all works inside our cells and what we're going to do with that. So Jasmine, first tell me a little bit more about yourself so that we all get to know you further. I mean, I've now become friends with Jasmine as well, because we're like what do we call this? The Charlie's Angels, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for arranging all this, ladies, so that we could be here and share what this is all about with the world, basically. My background, as you said, is in dentistry. And yes, I'm a restorative dental hygienist. I've been in dentistry for over 40 years and loved what I had as a career, loved making a difference for people. And then about 11 years ago, somebody came to me and asked me about glutathione. His mom had started taking these particular supplements that we're talking about today, and it had made a huge difference for her. She was 75 years old and in bed for a year. And so he said, this is unbelievable. He goes, I've got my mom back. She started taking these supplements 3 months ago, and now you know how she was. And I said, yes. He goes, well, now she wants me to take her dancing. She's traveling. She's driving from Toronto to Ottawa to visit her brother. And he goes, I got my mom back. He goes, what is this stuff? So I started doing research for him because I knew about glutathione. I knew, as you said, Lucy, that it's an important antioxidant. It's actually the mother of all antioxidants in our body. But I didn't realize at that time that for today, it's now over 50 years that doctors have been looking for a way to raise glutathione within our cells. So as I started doing research on these products, because I understand the science and what goes on in our body, absolutely blown away. And I said to him, this is probably the most important health discovery we're going to see in our life.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share a little bit today about what glutathione is, why do we need it, why is it so important, and why are we losing it, and how can we get it back? So we're going to have a little slide presentation just now to just review that a little bit for everyone. So Tam, if you could just bring up the first slide. And just as earlier you mentioned, Lucy, there are trillions of bodies, trillions of cells in our body. And every day, as you said, we produce 40 billion new cells. So what that means is if you, as these cells are forming in our body and developing and replicating, if you have high levels of glutathione in your cells, you have good health. If you have low levels, you have health issues. So now we're going to go to the next slide. And for those of you that maybe don't know about the word glutathione, as you've just heard us mention today, it is our #1 antioxidant. It's the most powerful antioxidant that we have. We are born with it. It's a protein. We have lots of it when we're born. And as we get older, we're going to talk a little bit today about why we're losing it. But back to the essence of glutathione and why do we need it? It's our most important antioxidant. It's our most efficient detoxifier. So it gets rid of all toxins in our cells. And I'm talking like it could be arsenic, it could be mercury. It actually gets rid of the toxins. And one of the things that I share with people, just so that they have a visual, is if you have your cell and you have the cell membrane, you have oxidative stress, and everybody's heard about oxidative stress, and they're those with free radicals. Well, glutathione is like Pac-Man. So this glutathione comes along and engulfs this free radical, and it actually gets rid of it. And it's amazing because glutathione will recycle itself, get rid of that free radical. You literally pee it out and it comes back and does it over and over again. So it's like, to compare, people have heard of antioxidants. We know to eat things, there are foods that are antioxidants. So people will say, oh no, I know I take vitamin C, or I take vitamin E, or I'll eat blueberries or acai berries or dark chocolate. Yay, dark chocolate and red wine. You know, there's the grapes from the red wine. I'm really happy that those are antioxidants, but those are all antioxidants on rungs of a ladder that help us to get rid of those free radicals. If you go to the very top rung of the ladder, the mother of all antioxidants, as we said, is glutathione. The difference between glutathione and all these other things that I talked about is they're all from an external source. We eat them, bring them into our body, but glutathione we're producing in our body, and we produce it in our cells. And here's the big breakthrough, that, as Lucy said, she's taking something that's a precursor or an enhancer, and it allows our body to produce more glutathione within our cells. So other than being a detoxifier and strengthening our immune system and the things we talked about, glutathione also reduces inflammation, but on a cellular level. 97% of everything that goes wrong with us is because our cells are inflamed. And now we have a way to raise glutathione to actually get rid of that inflammation and all that oxidative stress. So if we can go to the next slide, we're going to talk about the benefits. So what happens if you have high levels of glutathione? You have more energy. We've all talked about that. Here we are. I know that, Lucy, you're in your mid-50s. Tammy, the same thing for you. I'm in my early 60s. And one of the things that we notice from being on these products is that we all have more energy. You will notice it. Your family will notice it. Your friends will notice it. And that feels great, to not be going through life and feeling sluggish. And it's so fabulous to have vitality as you're getting on in, you know, the latter decades of your life. But I say latter, I'm going to be here for another 5 decades. I know it. But people that live to be 100, centenarians, they've done tests on them. They have the glutathione levels of an average of a 35-year-old. So here you have somebody that's 100 years old, and that's why they have that joie de vivre, as you talk about, you know, that full energy in life, because 1 in 100,000 naturally has high glutathione. The rest of us need to actually boost it. So we're going to have more energy. We're going to have a stronger immune system, which everything that's going on in the world right now, it's so important to have your immune system strong and resistant. And that's really a big key thing right now. And we're all thrilled that we know without a doubt our immune system is super strong. Glutathione detoxifies our liver. And our liver is basically like a washing machine in our body, and it actually cleans out the toxins. So it detoxifies our liver and all our cells. It improves mental focus and clarity. We got acuity, we're sharp, we remember things, we're not losing our memory. Improves quality of sleep. You touched on that, Lucy. Same thing for me. Because of being in dentistry, I had 2 issues that I noticed that have totally eradicated and eliminated from my system. And that is that I had issues with sleep for 32 years, no more. I sleep through the night. And the other thing was that I had really bad chronic back pain. It's just, 1, I'm tall, and 2, the way that we sit in dentistry, that's all gone. I don't have those aches and pains anymore. Reduces the effects of stress. Yes, we all have stress. We try to eliminate it or reduce it, but even with everything that's going on today, and we have more stress, and glutathione actually helps to, people notice that they're less agitated and more calm. They can actually deal with the situation, that if it is stressful. Improves the skin. That's one of the organs that improves, and that's why everybody not just feels better, but also looks younger. Enhances athletic performance. Whether you're out there running, jogging, working out at the gym, or whether you're an Olympian or professional athlete, the first 20 minutes that you work out, you actually deplete your glutathione levels by 40%. So here's a way to raise your glutathione and help with your recovery. And there are over 148,000 studies on glutathione. I think today we're at about 150,000. When you think of that in comparison to vitamin C, there's 67,000 studies. Everybody knows about vitamin C. Vitamin D is about 78,000. People in the general arena don't know about glutathione, but in the world of research, there's so much research going on with glutathione, more than anything else that's out there. So a very important molecule that there's a lot of studies being done on it. So we're going to go to the next slide now.
Well, before
And
we
we're
go
gonna
there, I just wanted to add a couple of benefits
absolutely.
that I've noticed for myself, because I've been on these products for so many years, and honestly, I'll never go off of them. I just feel so fabulous on them that I don't even want to take a chance on going off the products. But as an athlete, because I've been training all my life, I've always done gymnastics, figure skating. I mean, tons of stuff. I had lots of injuries also growing up as an athlete, and I don't have the residual of that as well. People around me in my environment, in my age group, a lot of them have aches and pains. I don't. I actually just finished 3 solid days of painting, and at the end of the day, I was telling my husband, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so sore tomorrow. I got to take some more product before I go to bed. I wake up, I was fresh and ready to go and paint again. I mean, it's amazing how you feel. But as an athlete, you're recovering overnight. And the next day, you can go back and do the same thing. I don't recommend to go back and do a heavy leg day or anything, but you'll notice that the recovery will be cut in half. And I love that about these products. And also, another thing that I wanted to mention is I've dropped a weight on my finger. It was interesting because about a week ago, I guess I saw that picture and I go, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. But I remember, and immediately when I dropped it on my finger, I didn't know if it was broken yet. And I went upstairs and I doubled the product just to keep the inflammation down. I had no idea that the next day, and it was quite fast, probably because I've been on these for so long, that the next day I was back at the gym. I was able to bend my finger. I didn't break anything, thank goodness. But the inflammation, I didn't even have bruising the next day. I was so surprised.
I remember that. I remember that.
And I took pictures from the moment I banged it, took a picture, ran upstairs, and then I took the product often throughout the day so I could decrease the inflammation really quick. And I've had lots of experiences with my husband had an accident. Remember, Chris's brother broke his ankle, like different things where the inflammation had, the recovery process had speeded up, and simply because the body knows what to do. The body is an amazing machine, and if you have enough glutathione produced in the body, it speeds up the recovery for sure. So I can attest to that in many ways.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, for myself, about 2 weeks ago, I ran out of product, literally. And The first 2 days, I wasn't putting two and two together because as soon as I get up in the morning, I'll show you the product later, what it is that I take first thing in the morning. That gets my day started on a beautiful way. But back to not having the product, I ran out, and then on the day three, all of a sudden, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, tired again, 8 o'clock, I just want to go to bed. Is what's going on? Because that's part of what's going on with my brain injury, my recovery. That's the way it's supposed to normally function until I'm all better. Hopefully I will get all better completely. But all of a sudden, with this product, that pressure to my head, the pounding headache, the 4 o'clock crashing, it doesn't exist when I take it. Like Sunday afternoon, I've worked all week, crazy hours. I worked yesterday, and here I am today, fresh and ready to go.
Yeah.
And it's almost 4 o'clock, right? It's supposed to be crashing right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's
all
true.
right.
Yeah, and as you're saying that, Lucy, I had the same experience because I have been on these products for 11 years. And I always tell people, when you start them, be on them for at least a minimum of 3 months, because you're going to need 3 months for that. Life cycle of the cell is 3 months long. So as every new cell develops and you have high levels of glutathione, it's a gradual improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, because I used to have such chronic back pain, and then I was out of the country and I wasn't able to come back to Canada last year because of everything that was going on, and there were no flights. Guess what? I ran out of my product as well. And I did not realize until I was off it, same as you. I was off it for about a week and I was seized up and I went, oh my stars, I forgot the pain that I used to have a decade ago. And it was since I was 20 until my early 50s when I started taking these supplements that I had incredible back pain. And as soon as I got the product shipped down to me, and I was on them after about 3-4 days, it was gone. But it was excruciating pain, and I never realized, like I said, until I wasn't on them, how much they helped me, and I forgot how bad the pain and the inflammation was. So yeah, like you said, Tammy, and like you've alluded to, Lucy, I'm never going to stop taking these products. Never. Never. So the bad news about glutathione, unless you ladies have anything else to add, I'm just going to address the next slide. We're good? Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. And thanks for sharing. That's so important for people to be able to relate to what our experiences are, because I'm sure other people are going, oh yeah, that's the same thing for me. But the bad news about glutathione, when you look at this red arrow, our glutathione levels are depleting for all of us. And they are for reasons that are surrounding us every day. It has to do with the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we eat. So sometimes we eat fast foods. It's just a natural process of aging that we're losing glutathione. Stress, as I talked about, we've all got that going on right now, and unfortunately in truckloads more than usual. We're all exposed to toxins, whether it's from the environment, outside, inside, genetically modified foods, foods that are green harvested that aren't really ripe, pesticides that are on the food, whether people are using too much alcohol or cigarettes or whatever, and the pollution that we live with. All these are factors that we're depleting our glutathione. And when you look at that chart on the upper right side, you'll see from the upper left to the bottom right corner, those are our glutathione levels. And we typically all have a lot of glutathione until the age of 20. At the age of 20, I hate to break the news to you, that's when the aging process starts, because at the age of 20, we start losing every decade 10 to 15% of our glutathione. And by the time we're 50, we have about half of the glutathione that we did when we were 20. The bottom line, when you go from the bottom left to the upper right corner, those are the oxidative stress levels, and those are from the factors that we talked about on that slide here. When you look, there's a crossover point, and it used to be for most people in their 50s. And with my patients, I remember as soon as my patients were 50, they were coming into the dental office and they were saying to me, all of a sudden, I have high blood pressure, I have high cholesterol, I have arthritis, I have diabetes, I can't sleep at night, I have aches and pains, I can't remember where, whatever, I left things, my keys, anything. So their memory was going. So all these things happened for people in their 50s. And now we're seeing it more with people in their mid 40s. And that all has to do with glutathione levels. So we have more oxidative stress and we have glutathione. And that's why we start to see that there are what people call aging illnesses or diseases of aging, well, guess what? We have a solution. And we're going to go to the next slide, and we're going to show you that this bad news has a good solution. So we can turn that around. And that is from the amazing work and the research and the life commitment that Dr. Herbert Nagasawa has done. He has developed a compound called RiboCeine. RiboCeine is the glutathione technology of the future. Some of you may have heard of glutathione, and you may have heard what was previously the gold standard. It was called NAC and acetylcysteine, and that was the gold standard. They used that in the emergency rooms. If somebody had a Tylenol overdose and their liver was shutting down, they were given that intravenously. Well, now we have a way that raises glutathione and allows our body to produce it by 300 to 500% in 20 trillion cells of our body in 3 months. And that's with Dr. Nagasawa's research and development and discovery of RiboCeine. Ribose is a natural sugar, cysteine is a protein. So we now have a way to produce glutathione in every single cell of our body. And when you look at this, like he started this research in the late 70s, this is not new. We have, it says 22 peer-reviewed, we now have 24 peer-reviewed studies. For those in the world of medicine, most doctors don't even have one peer-reviewed study. That means he's done the research, he's had his studies, another doctor or a lab technician will replicate that study and have the same results. So this is proven science. This is real science that works on a cellular level. You can prove it through blood work. We've got 38 patents and patent pendings. This is the most advanced glutathione technology in the entire world. And when you look at that this is exclusive to Max International, you actually have something that's life-changing in your hands that you can go and make a difference for other people. And I just thought maybe, Tammy, you can touch a little bit on, we know that the health benefits are phenomenal. We know that it's the best way to raise glutathione, but can you share a little bit with what your experience has been with, from the business aspect, what difference this has made for people around the world? If you can share that with us, that'd be phenomenal.
Absolutely, because when you were talking about the most advanced glutathione technology available worldwide, this excites me. And anybody who is looking for an opportunity, which most people are today because of everything's going on in today's environment, people are worried about their jobs, they're worried about their businesses. And people are looking for opportunities. Now, if you are looking for opportunity, these are things that you want to look at, because there's a lot of stuff out there. Yeah. And you want to grab something that nobody has, that nobody can get a hold of, unless exclusive to Max International, unless you become an associate with Max International, or you become a customer of somebody who's an associate of Max International. But why would you want to just become a customer when you can earn some extra money and have your products for free? And these are the things that we can all teach you how to do. So make sure you get back to the person. I know this video will go viral. Make sure you get back to the person that you know and ask for more information.
In fact, for me, I don't really have a whole lot of time, because I'm already focusing in the rehabilitation portion of acute and chronic pain. But I'm taking the supplements. They're doing miracles for me. Why should I deprive anyone out there from having that experience, finding out about it, and at least so you can make an informed decision? So this is a real opportunity for you to have a home-based business and actually help other people, support other people, and giving them a better quality of life. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's no overhead. And you take your supplements, you experience it, and that's how you get to share with others, because it will make a difference. That I know for sure.
Oh yeah,
that's part of it.
Tax benefits. I mean, just that alone, having a home-based business is phenomenal. And these are things that we can do more videos down the road and discuss that.
Yeah.
So many.
One of the things that I found the most incredible is the amount of support that's available with Max. I mean, Jasmine and Tammy are amazing. If I ever need anything, they always respond. But there's a whole team of people that are there to help you. Everything is already templated. everything's already ready to go for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to create anything. It's all done for you. So that was a selling feature for me, for certain. I tried the product, I got excited, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's have everybody else benefit from this.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's, as you said, there's such a strong support system. Sometimes people go, well, you know, I'm the kind of person that I want to make a difference for other people, because I mean, that's what it was for me when somebody came to me, and people do come to me literally every week, and with they have tears in their eyes, and it's like, thank you for giving me back my life, or my mom's life, or my child's life. That alone is so rewarding. But when you can take that and take it to another level where you can make a difference for them with their health, but also give them an opportunity that they also, if they have that, if that resonates with them, they can now go and pay it forward. And it's phenomenal that we can make that kind of a difference for people's lives, but also not just in their health, but from a business aspect, because I now work very little in dental hygiene. And this is basically my main source of income. And it's so phenomenal to be able to have that choice where you can replace your income. The company is not paying to do this through television, through commercials, through advertising, because then of course, you know, the price gets bumped up. We're doing it like this, that we're sharing it to our community, to our family, to our friends, to the world. And it's done now through social media. And here we are making a difference. And the company is actually, all those people that decide that they want to become business partners, associates, as we call them, they will be wonderfully reimbursed for taking the time to share. So both aspects. I mean, I'm not sure if people are aware of this, that most people stay awake at night, they're worrying about two things: their health of themselves or their loved ones, and also their finances. People are really, really worried right now. What are they going to do? 2020, they lost their businesses. 2021, they're going to lose their homes. Here's a solution for both. So it's just a beautiful gift that we can always keep paying forward, and anyone can do that chooses to. So great feeling. Great feeling.
Absolutely.
Just going to touch a little bit on the products. We have a line of products. They're all based on enhancing glutathione production, or supporting glutathione production, or supporting our health so we have optimal health. I'm going to basically talk about the certifications at the bottom. And this is another thing that makes me very, very proud. Other than understanding the science of these products, we have certification that is recognized worldwide. The first one is NSF on the bottom left, National Sanitation Foundation. That means that our products are produced in a pharmaceutical grade facility. The production is pristine. They will go in and they will test the products, and every single batch that they test has the exact same dosage from one capsule to another. So pharmaceutical grade production in a nutraceutical, unheard of. We have halal certification as we're going into different communities around the world. We have Health Canada's approval, not just step 1 or phase 1 of Health Canada's approval that says that it is safe to ingest, but phase 2, which is a more stringent approval that basically says that which these products say they do, they do. So that is, like I said, something to be proud of. The 2 most strict countries in the world to give approval for something, number 1 is Australia, number 2 is Canada, and we have that certification in those 2 countries from the national health boards. BSCG, that's hang on a minute, it's certified drug-free, and that's the Banned Substance Control Group. That is the most stringent body in the world to certify something as drug-free, and professional athletes and Olympians have to have that certification. We have it. So these 4 certifications are unheard of. You will not see another supplement that has all these certifications at this level. Makes me very, very proud to be promoting these. And I know that what I'm taking in my body is clean and effective. So there's our line of products. We're going to touch a little bit on the next slide on Cellgevity. This is our flagship product. This is the one that raises glutathione that we talked about with that RiboCeine technology. Other than having RiboCeine in it, if you look at all the other ingredients that are listed there on the bottom right, these are 12 synergistic, powerful antioxidants, and there is no product on the world that has all these products together in one. Yes, I know that, Lucy, you and I were speaking about, there's a lot of people that take those individually and how much it would cost if you bought every one of those. And we did some homework. Somebody on our team did it and went to the health food store, and to buy every one of those individually cost about 3 to 4 times more than buying it all together. with this product is longevity. So life-changing. That's the one that's made the difference.
And another thing that's, you know, let alone buying all those, I mean, you could buy those at the large chain stores and half of what's in it is not even beneficial to your body. Some of it your body can't even break down. So when you buy supplements, you have to be aware that there's good supplements and there's bad supplements. Not that they're bad, the quality isn't there. And whatever you read on the label, your body is not going to be able to absorb it because it doesn't have the right combination of ingredients together to allow yourselves to rejuvenate from it.
Yeah.
None of those products have RiboCeine in it. So
Yeah.
RiboCeine is the key component.
To get it into the cell to actually bring in that level of glutathione. So, yeah.
And the quality is bar none, absolutely. So if we go to the next slide, this is Enfuse. And sometimes people say, okay, so they saw there were several products. So if you are only going to take one product, that last slide would be Cellularity. Enfuse, what this is our array of vitamins and minerals. And there's a little sachet that you mix with water. And the reason that it's a powder form is because with the water, it now gets absorbed into the cell. But this little sachet has 10 calories. And when you look at that picture, there you go, you got it. Yay. When you look at that photograph there, all that food is represented in that little package with 10 calories. You would literally have to eat 20,000 calories worth of food to get the vitamin and mineral supplementation in Enfuse. And you could see the list of all the foods that you'd have to eat there. So an incredible vitamin and mineral supplement, because again, a lot of people are eating fast foods. Sometimes children don't like certain foods. Sometimes adults don't like certain foods. So when you get this, you now have everything that you need to make your body will run like a Ferrari instead of like an old clunker. So that's
Right.
that really is what these are about.
In fact, back in the spring, actually beginning of summer, I believe, you were sharing online an actual juice.
Oh yeah.
That you could take in the morning. It's amazing. And you know, all she does is add this, a whole bunch of natural grains and pineapple or whatever, and it actually fizzes it up. It gives it life, and it's so good. It has a little bit of flavor to it too. So I mean, I love taking it by itself in a glass of water. It fizzes, which means it stimulates your body to absorb it faster as well. So
Yes.
I love that. Like it's just amazing.
It has sodium bicarbonate. It has the baking soda in it because we know that makes it more alkaline, and bacteria and viruses live in an acidic environment. So Max has even done that level of research to make these products put our body in a state of alkalinity, which is healthier for us. So yeah, this again, the science, the research and development that we have with these products is phenomenal. So yes, let's go to the next product. And we're going to talk about ATP. And I know that this is a favorite for a lot of us because you're cheering. This is ATP. Again, for those of you that know a little bit about science, ATP is adenosine triphosphate. It's the little motor in our cells, and that's where we get our energy from. But what's really, really good about this is that it's clean cellular energy. There's a lot of drinks out there that are dangerous. They're caffeine and there's sugar and there's a spike and there's heart palpitations and then there's a crash, and they're really not healthy for you. This, you can be tired that you're falling asleep and you're just fading, or you need to go work out at the gym, and you take this and 20 minutes later, you'll just go, wow, I'm not tired. No rush, no spike, no heart palpitations. You'll be in this zone for 4 hours. We know the zone, right, ladies? We know what that feels like.
Yeah.
And after about 4 hours, it just trickles away. So ATP is one that we all love. I know that both for mental acuity and for physical stamina. Go, ladies, share what you want to say about ATP.
Well, for me, that's the baby that I take in the morning. I put this in water right away with no food in my stomach, nothing. And that's the other beauty of it. And when you talk about spiking and heart palpitation, I was born with a heart condition, and I've tried to work out taking I'm not going to say a specific product, but other products that are
unhealthy one.
The unhealthy enhancers. And I swear, my heart goes crazy. My fingers, my feet go numb. And that's just telling me right there and then, it's not a good idea to do it. So I was really, really worried about this one. Like, maybe, should I not? And I started with just a little bit, just to make sure I take that with the Cellularity. That's the magic combination for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's my good morning. I love you, Lucy. You take care of yourself. Now go take care of the world.
For sure. You know, a lot of people say to me, because I'm also, I take it just before about 20 minutes prior to our workout. We just get such a in the zone, fabulous workout.
Mhm.
And people say, well, I don't really need to take that because I don't work out. You don't have to work out. Lady, I'm telling you, take a glass of this the day you don't feel like cleaning your house and pick up your
Yeah.
your house is going to be the cleanest house ever, and your husband's going to love you to death. So get him to buy you some ATP so you can clean the house more effectively.
Valentine's around the corner.
Whether I'm a student learning a course, I'll take
Yep.
my ATP. It's like everything runs better. I'm sharper. I remember things faster. This is a great add-on to the Cellgevity. I love it.
And don't forget your brain is an actually it's a muscle, right?
Exactly.
And it needs that the same amount of energy going into it, the oxygen, the circulation, everything leads to the same thing, right? If your brain's not working well, nothing else is.
Yeah. And the first time everyone takes this, they notice it right away the very
Yeah.
first time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, great products. Really, really proud to be, like I said, promoting these products and making that kind of difference for people around the world. So yeah, that wraps up our formal presentation.
So well, first of all, I'd like to thank you ladies for, being willing to join me on this little venture and, to a video and present because it's changed my life so much. I really want others to benefit from it as well. And I have so many friends that ask me, oh, what is it you're taking? And so I just don't take the time to explain. And now I thought, you know what, let's do this right. Then I can share with the world. One of the things that you could do today, if you're interested in a product, just say yes in big letters in the thread below, where you can write your comments. Just say yes, and I'll make sure that I communicate with you, and then we can start this, start the process so that you can either try the product, go into the business, whatever you want to do. We'll figure it out then. And yeah, if you're more interested in the business, you could also write business in the comment thread, and this will enable us to, I'll reach out to these girls because they're the pros. Me, I'm just, starting to understand the business portion of it. But these ladies, they'll walk you so that you have all your questions answered, them and other people on our team as well. So either say yes for the product or business for the business. If you want both, just say yes. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. And so again, I'd like to thank you both, Jasmine, and it's beautiful to have you here, Tammy. And I'm feeling since this March, I feel like our relationship is reconnected and that our friendship is growing. And now I have Jasmine added to my great team of girlfriends, right? So thank you again. Is there anything else that you ladies would like to add?
Go ahead, Jess. You want to add something?
Well, I just really, for me, this has been life-changing as for you, Lucy, and as well for you, Tammy, in my own health. But to be able to make this kind of difference for other people is so rewarding. It just gives me a reason to get up every morning and share this with people because, like I said, there's no better feeling than touching another person's life that really moves them, and then it moves me. So I just really encourage everyone, take a good look at this, try the products, learn about what this is all about, learn about this, stay home with your family if you want. A lot of people would love to be able to work from home, and this gives you the freedom and the flexibility to live your life as you want and to have it enriched and blessed and fulfilled and meaningful. So that's what it's all about for me. So thank you for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you.
And thank you, for having us, Lucy. It's been an incredible ride for the last 14 years with Max. As all of you know, I've been in the industry with my husband for over 20 years now, and we've done extremely well in the industry. But we went through a point in our lives, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, and I want to share that with them, that we almost lost everything, and it's devastating. I remember being so sick to my stomach, not knowing that we could pay the rent at the end of the month. I would go and shop in the grocery store, look around, make sure I didn't know anybody, and I would shop in the, the bargain basket that they have
Hmm.
in the
Yep.
produce, and and I had no choice. So I know a lot of people are at that stage right now. So I can feel you and I understand you because I've been there. And
Yeah.
this company came into our life at the absolute perfect time for us. And this might be the perfect time for you. Even if you don't know what you're doing right now and never done a home based business before, don't let that stop you because you're going to learn a ton of stuff. This is what we do. I'm one of the trainers in the company, and we have a training program. We have everything lined up to learn all the to-dos. That's the easy part. It's making that decision. Sometimes we have to get at that point in our lives to wake up, and sometimes things come into our laps and we're just so afraid to try something new that we dismiss it. And I can
Yeah.
tell you, I am so grateful I didn't dismiss this company.
Me too.
It's the support is just amazing.
But it's literally transformed our lives.
Mhm.
And it's not to impress you, but to impress upon you that my husband and I are average people who made decisions and decided to learn some new things. And today we're living a glorious life. I'm Canadian. I'm from Toronto, Canada. That's where my friends are. And my husband and I have been able to purchase a dream condo in Daytona Beach, Florida. It's actually, the sun's coming out. It's gorgeous. I'm on a waterfront. We're going to go for a walk on the beach after, because I decided no more snow. It was something that, for me, some people love the
Yeah.
snow. I decided at 50, I'm done. I'm 57 now. We've been here 7 years part time. So we're 5 months here and 7 months in Canada. Um, but I wouldn't have been able to do this. That's my point. Is
Yeah.
that I would have turned this away.
Yeah.
So make decisions. Don't worry about the how to's. Just make a decision and jump in, and we'll guide you and support you all the way in building this as a business. And of course, the products are a no-brainer. We've been on these products forever. I mean, the products work. And I always say, if Herb Nagasawa spent his lifetime creating formulas to help people have better health, I think we're in good hands because he spent over 25 years in research creating the RiboCeine technology. So, in my opinion, I'm not even going to question it. I'm going to try it because it's science based and it works. Yeah.
Oh, and Tammy, and he's 93 years old, still working in the labs.
I know, right? That is just remarkable. Um, so again, I'd like to say thank you, ladies. And yeah, let's just share this with the world.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's
Right.
great. Thank you.
Oh, wait. I forgot one more thing. Oh my God. This is one of the big reasons why we're here today. Those of you who actually want to know more about the science of these fabulous products, Max, and how your cells work and why the glutathione in greater details, we are hosting a symposium. For us here in Canada, well, in this part of Canada anyways, it's on Thursday, January 28th. So next week on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, right? It's in other countries. It's going to be in Africa. It's going to be in Asia. It's in other areas of the world. This is to show you how big this company is, how far they've come. Like from when I first met Tammy back, years and years ago, and now they're worldwide. It's just amazing. In every country, everybody can benefit from this. If we can have this in Africa, there's a need for it, right? So
this is our virtual medical symposium. So
yes, it's a virtual. So yeah, you have to register for it. You cannot just, look it up online and it'll be there. You have to register for it. Seats are limited. So I urge you to, again, in the same common thread, put symposium or more information, and I'll help you with that. I'll make sure that you get to register. Again, get on it because it's only Thursday. It's in 4 days from now, so we want to make sure that you get in there. I work with a lot of doctors, and I know most of you will be extremely interested. I'll send a personal invitation as well. So just do, again, yes for the product, business for the business aspect, and symposium or more information will get you into the symposium. All right. I think that's it for sure for today now.
For sure. And is it personal presentation? And I just wanted to let all of you know if you're looking at this video and you're connected to Jasmine's social media platform, get back to Jasmine, get back to Lucy, anybody who's connected to my social media,
Yep.
know me personal, get back to me, and we will definitely make sure you get a personal invitation to one of these sessions, whichever one works for you worldwide, because I know social media is such a global platform and everybody needs to know about this. So have yourself a fabulous day, everybody, and looking forward
Thank you, Charlie's Angel, to put out your message on the thread.
Bye now.
Bye,
Take care.
You at the symposium. Bye now.
Yep.